Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about the Panasonic FZ-A3. This is a ToughBook tablet from Panasonic that features a lot of unique things that we haven't seen before. Namely, replaceable batteries, 2 hot swappable batteries, configuration options to be able to have even a barcode scanner or even a smart card reader, a full-size USB Type-A, as well as a USB Type-C port that are connected as well as protected, a headphone jack, and an AC adapter. A lot of things that we normally don't see on an actual tablet in 2020. This is TK and this is XDA TV. Let's go ahead and check out the Panasonic FZ-A3. First thing that'll stand out to us when we look at this tablet is that it's a Panasonic Toughbook. The model number is the FZ-A3. It has 5 configurable buttons, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 buttons. We also have a power button as well as a volume rocker up and down on the front. And these are all buttons. These are actual buttons you can click and of course click again to turn off. The display is a 1080p, basically 10.1 inch tablet with pen support, so as you can see here with the lanyard. So I can definitely just do the power here and of course swipe up and access everything that we normally have access to using the actual pen input. It actually also supports a front-facing loudspeaker that can go all the way up to 94 dBs, and the brightness on the display can go all the way up to 800 nits. It is FirstNet ready, which means first responders ready as far as connectivity, supporting AT&T and Verizon. But actually I was able to test it out with T-Mobile and I was able to get 4G LTE as well. So it's definitely unlocked from the SIM carrier. A 5 megapixel sensor on the front, an 8 megapixel sensor on the back, and we also obviously can see that it has a barcode scanner. We'll talk a little bit more about that. These buttons are configurable using the application that's built in here. So there's a button mapper app that you're able to configure anywhere from a app directly or even a function. So for me, I actually have it set up right now to turn on the torch. If let's say I'm in the field and I'm using the barcode scanner, I'm able to configure this to work directly with the barcode scanner here. And you're able to turn it on. Great, very easy to set up. It is running Android 9.0 with Snapdragon 660, 4 gigs of RAM, 64 gigs of internal storage, and of course expandable up to 2 terabytes with the option of using the external SD card option. On the left side, we have access to a full-size USB Type-A as well as a USB Type-C with super speed charging. One of the other cool options is the ability of supporting external display using here with an MHL adapter. So you can definitely mirror the display. But definitely, full-size USB on a tablet is very, very rare. Mil-spec rating 810H with IP68, meaning that we have water and dust resistance. Lanyard option connectivity here. On the top, this one has a barcode scanner, but you can have this configured to be either a barcode scanner, an additional USB connector, as well as any other accessory that Panasonic has available for this line of devices. Now on the right, we have a full-size headphone jack, which is really nice, and again protected with the nice little same mechanism. And of course that pen kind of houses very nicely in here. There is no battery for this option. This is pretty much just a capacitive button, so it works directly with the tablet. And of course those buttons will be able to configure them there. On the bottom, dock option, and of course some stabilizers here to be able to make sure that it sits correctly in the dock. On the back is where it gets a little bit more interesting. You notice that there's 2 batteries in here. Now each one of them is running at 3200 milliamps. So this is a 6400 milliampere battery capacity. You're able to go all the way up to 5500 on each. So almost 1100, basically just 11,000 milliamperes built in here with 2 optional batteries. Now, when I said to you guys they're replaceable, it's because they're able to actually just unlock them. You're able to actually remove one at a time. They're hot swappable. You notice I did not turn off the tablet. The lighting in here indicates that essentially the tablet is in standby mode, waiting for you to insert the battery back again. SD card and one of the nano SIM cards are present here. You're able to basically just open it up with your fingernail. SD card goes sideways, and of course the nano SIM is present in there. And of course you can replace this in the field. So if you, let's say, go out and you're going to be out for a while, you can have a few extra of these packs and you can just basically pop it in, put it in there, lock it, and close it, and it'll work the exact same way. And the LED does go away. Same thing happens here if, let's say, I remove it and you're able to see the first nano SIM. Again, very easily accessible. That's where I have my T-Mobile SIM card sitting in right now. And again, you could just basically put it back in, close it, set it up. And again, this is something that you normally don't see on tablets at all. And this entire mechanism here is replaceable at the time of order. So really, really nice. Overall, as far as the actual usability, pretty much runs as any other Android tablet from the normal sense of environment. It does have some Panasonic applications that are specific. So there's the barcode scanner, the button remapper, the Wi-Fi display. This is if you're able to connect it to it. file copy, and of course hardware diagnostics, and Panasonic rapid configuration. This one actually works really nicely in the sense of being able to install a custom ROM, or what they essentially refer to as a custom deployment build, for specific environments. So let's say you buy 10,000 of these and you want all of them to run the exact same configuration software. You're able to deploy an image, and of course your IT manager will be able to set that up and get it running for you guys very nicely. Again, other than that, it just normally runs any other application that you're able to get directly from the Google Play Store, as it does actually come with the Google Play services installed on it. With it running Android 9.0 with almost a stock experience, this makes it very easily configurable, and again, very nice and very light on bloatware. So you definitely can appreciate when you have even just 4 gigs of RAM, it will run very nicely. And again, the pen input is really good. They do include the lanyard with it in the box. Charging on this is actually pretty good. Overall, runs pretty nice as far as longevity. And again, you can actually use extended or replaceable batteries to extend the life of it. And the buttons are actually very good. Configurable again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with the volume rocker. The cameras on this, decent, 5 megapixel and an 8 megapixel. I think overall, I would say it's mostly focused on the additional functions that you're able to do. And you can see right there, I have 4G with T-Mobile running on this. And of course, I'm able to log in with Android. This is just really, really nice. Panasonic's aim is to provide this type of hardware and experience for a long time. From the Snapdragon 660 that's going to be available from Qualcomm for at least the next 5 years, so replacement parts and of course longevity for something like this is going to be very, very nice. The fact that we have modularity with the ability of replacing and of course hot swapping the batteries, configuring the options on the back from the barcode scanner to additional USB options, as well as a smart card reader. Those things are obviously going to be more prosumer, more consumers that are going to be using this in the field, or something where there is a lot more ruggedness needed out of some type of hardware like this. Now, of course, we want to be able to see how loud this tablet can go, so I'll go ahead and put the volume all the way up. So this is all the way up here, and this is a video. Again, this is intended to show you guys how, if you're watching or you're doing a voice conversation with somebody on the tablet. So this is a video that I posted yesterday.
Hello everybody, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to do a quick hands-on with the initial release of the Android 11 beta on our Oppo Find X2 Pro. Oppo announced it a couple of weeks ago, and yesterday they finally released.
And as you could hear, it can get pretty loud. The display can get pretty bright, up to 800 nits in the outdoor environment. The front-facing speaker is up to 94 dB, can definitely overpower any other experience if you're trying to listen to a conversation directly off of this. Video calls, messaging, all of the things that you normally can do on your tablet will work. Again, this is running Android 9.0, so anything that you're expecting it there will work here. Now, if you're wondering as far as why this is running Android 9.0 and not running Android 10, or will it get Android 11, you need to think of this as more of a functional way of using it in the field. So field usage doesn't generally always benefit from upgrading Android, but it's more about compatibility with what you're using. They're replacing the existing Windows CE environment, so this is definitely very nice, and they're using Android for that. So think of it as security patch update for 5 years, 3 to 5 years, as opposed to Android updates. Android updates will come if the need arises, but as far as actually functionality, they will always make sure that it runs what it needs to run from software point, and of course make it available for all consumers, depending on what they need out of this tablet. Let me know in the comments below, what do you guys think of this type of tablet? Or have you ever considered or heard of the ToughBook line of tablet? This is actually not the first one from Panasonic. They have another one that they've released before, but this is definitely the biggest one, and of course the latest one that was just announced today. Like and subscribe as usual. Make sure to check out my channel. Thank you very much for the support, and we'll see you guys in the next video.